From Jefferson City, Tennessee, it's Carson-Newman Women's Soccer here on the Eagles Sports Network as the Eagles are set to play their final non-conference game of the 2025 regular season. And it's a matchup with the Young Harris Mountain Lions, a team out of the Conference Carolinas, on this Wednesday afternoon. Carson-Newman's 5-3-1. Young Harris is at 500, 4 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties this season. The Mountain Lions have one of the best players in the Southeast region, including one of the best freshmen this season in Scarlett Hershey. The midfielder has scored a team-high 8 goals, second most in the Southeast region this season, and she has been a main factor. This is a group that scored 19 times, and she has 8 of them, including 5 in her last 3 games so far. She needed just 60 minutes earlier this year against Emmanuel to record a hat trick. That was on October 1st, exactly 1 week ago. So the Mountain Lions have one of the best players up front in the region and in Conference Carolinas. Carson-Newman will make sure to stay close to her throughout this match. And on the other side, the Eagles have an excellent midfielder themselves in Malia Kim, who scored her second career goal last time out against Emory and Henry, a game that Carson-Newman eventually tied 2-2, but Kim's presence has been felt often in the midfield for the Eagles this season. Scored her first against King, and then her second goal, the first of 2 for Carson-Newman against Emory and Henry last week, the last time the Eagles were in action against the Wasps, a 2-2 tie that resulted in a tie after allowing a goal in the final 90 seconds of that match. So the Eagles and Mountain Lions here from McCowan Field as we get a look at some of the statistics for these two teams heading into this matchup. Very even statistical output for these two teams. Carson-Newman's 21 goals in 9 games, while Young Harris has scored 19 times in 10 games this season. Other than that, pretty even statistics, a little bit favorable for Carson-Newman. Averaging more shots per game, 3rd best scoring offense in the conference against a Young Harris team that has the 4th best scoring offense in Conference Carolinas this season. A group coming off a 1-0 loss to Francis Marion over the weekend, which ended a 4-match unbeaten streak. So a Mountain Lions team that, after a rough start, has found its groove and hoping to get back into that groove it was in the mid part of September here against Carson-Newman in what is the final non-conference game for both of these teams. Wilmar Soriano is our head official. He readies for play, and Young Harris kicks things off, moving right to left in the gray uniforms. Ball is out of bounds along the far sideline. And a throw in for the Mountain Lions, led by Avram Allen in his 4th season, back-to-back 9-win seasons for his group after a 4-11 mark in his first season. Hoping to have some more success that his teams have had over the last 2 seasons. Ball is attempted to play toward the top of the box, and Kendall Garber there for Carson-Newman to move it back toward midfield for the Eagles. Kim tried to pass to the near side, and now Palsdottir works with Gallagher as the Eagles press forward for the first time. Pass intercepted. Emily Brenneman, senior defender from Gray, Georgia, comes up with it. The Mountain Lions will clear toward midfield. Betsy Boo got turned around, but the Mountain Lions stay on possession of the midfield. No Felicia Frick today for Carson-Newman. She is out with an illness, so Alba Delgado gets the start for Carson-Newman. The Eagles force the ball out of bounds along the far sideline. And the first time either side will have a real chance in the attacking third. Carson-Newman will throw it in with Carly Pettit along the far side. Start for Delgado is her 3rd of the year, 19th with Carson-Newman. Throw it into the box. Buckowitz there, a left foot boot high into the air. Over top of goal and out of play for a goal kick. Young Harris's goalkeeper today is Emily Jantz. Her 3rd start of the year, the junior from Northwestern Oklahoma State University, one of several transfers from that university. Gets her 3rd start after seeing Clara Williams make the last 8 starts for this group. Eagles take it away. Yude taken down, and Soriano initiates a foul for the first time. Just over 2 minutes in, and Carson-Newman will line up a free kick from about 10 yards away from the top of the box. Here in the 3rd minute. Good real opportunity for Carson-Newman to strike early, something this team loves to do under Simon Duffy, are so good when scoring first. 2 players run over the ball. Ground pass by Corbett to Fenn in the corner. It crosses in, it deflects once. And Young Harris is able to work it back out of the box into the middle. An interception by Kendall Garber, but it's cleared away by the Mountain Lions, and Gutierrez throw in for the Eagles. Fenn throws it to Buckowitz. She's got a team-high 6 goals this year. Eagles will play it back with pressure from Sonny Bolin Stacy. Palsdottir tried to pass in the middle, got deflected out to Delgado. Eagles will reset at midfield with Corbett. Pettit wide along the sideline. Nothing there, gives it back to Corbett, who's back in the lineup for Carson-Newman. Did not start last time out against Emory and Henry. Did play the final 13 minutes, but back in the starting 11 for Simon Duffy's crew. As this ball goes out along the near sideline, and Young Harris will attempt to throw. Couple of headers near the midfield. Palsdottir tried to touch it down. Sees the Mountain Lions come away with it as they try to work forward on this sequence. Dangerous ball. Yude intercepts it in front of the defender, Brenneman. Selena Yude plays it off for Molly Buckowitz. 2 Mountain Lions in the area as Buckowitz crosses it. Brenneman deflects it back to her. Now a backside cross to the opposite end for Fenn, who flicks it back in. It bounces a couple of times. Buckowitz tracks it back down. Eagles still on the attack. Bolin Stacy pressures and deflects that Corbett pass into the middle. The Mountain Lions clear it for now. Good ball along this near side for Scarlett Hershey. Bolin Stacy behind the defense. Garber backtracking, and Bolin Stacy was offsides. Good tackle by Garber as well. Would not have mattered because Sonny Bolin Stacy, a senior from Anchorage, Alaska, was behind the defense. Dangerous counterattack regardless from the Mountain Lions there. Scarlett Hershey, Conference Carolina's Freshman of the Month in September, was the one that set that sequence up. First time Carson-Newman will pass in the defensive half, able to knife the way through the midfield. Now Delgado turns. Ground pass for Buckowitz. Now Delgado goes far corner. Carly Pettit chasing after it and can't keep it in play. A heavy touch along the sideline. And it'll be a throw-in for Young Harris. Pettit did not keep it in along the sideline. Regardless, would have been out of bounds. Throw in from Gauthier was deflected out. Just over 6 minutes in, nothing to speak of just yet from either side. Carson-Newman had a free kick opportunity go wayward. Pass from Gallagher deflected, try to get it to Kim. Ground pass near midfield to nobody in particular. Garber there for Carson-Newman. Eagles have won 3 straight non-conference games after losing their season opener against Union 1-0. A win in this non-conference affair will be the longest winning streak in non-conference play since 2017. That was this season, obviously, the Eagles know very well. Into the national championship game and lost just twice. Garber forced back to Corbett. Eagles have done a good job possessing the ball, and right on cue, it's a turnover. Bolin Stacy turns and boots it forward with Betsy Boo running after it. Space for Boo as the Eagles backtrack defensively. Boo gets around one defender, forced to turn back from goal. Bad pass to Carolina Gutierrez, and it's a turnover. Eagles back on the ball. Fenn for Garber. Carson-Newman is well rested. This is a group that has not played in 1 week, and after this game we'll have another week off before hosting, or rather going on the road to face Lincoln Memorial next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Mountain Lions clear this one, and Palsdottir deflects it out. After next Wednesday's game, though, Carson-Newman will play 2 games each week to finish the regular season. LMU, Lenoir-Rhyne next week. Wingate follows there, and then Anderson-Tusculum in the early parts of November. Fenn's pass intercepted by Bolin Stacy. Tried to reverse field, and Delgado got in the way. Kim turns around a defender. Leaves it off for Palsdottir. Back to Kim. Kim dribbles. Bad pass looking for Buckowitz. Intercepted by Brenneman. And a foul by Carson-Newman will give the Mountain Lions a free kick. Carson-Newman's possessed it well in its attacking half in third, but is yet to record a shot as we are more than 9 minutes into this match. And Harris defensively has fared well. Early on, a group that has allowed 8 goals this season. 1 less than Carson-Newman, and that's with 1 extra game played than the Eagles. Corbett wins the first ball. It bounces, and Delgado, letting it bounce, is fouled. Good job shielding off the midfielder, Candice Deschamps, the sophomore midfielder from France, and Carson-Newman will line up a free kick. The official has to stop the clock because Bolin Stacy was standing near the ball. I don't know if the official marked off 10 yards or if it was just presumed, but Soriano gives Bolin Stacy a chat, and now Corbett can line up this free kick. Eagles go to the short pass with Kendall Garber. This is an important game for a Carson-Newman group that thought they were 90 seconds away from a 3-point effort and win against Emory and Henry. Instead, it was a 2-point swing in the final 90 seconds when Charlotte Stavis scored for Emory and Henry to tie that match. And obviously, when you concede that late when you're winning, it feels like a loss. Good pressure here from the Mountain Lions. Garber backtracks, gives to Kendall, or to Bernica Bacci. Dangerous pass. Eagles under tremendous pressure, trying to navigate through it. A bad pass used behind to Fenn. This is a group, this is one of those must-win situations we saw last year with this team. And a lot of familiar faces. The season took a turn after a 8-day off stretch between September and October, and the group never returned to form, only won once in the final 10 games of the year. This is one of those games, a non-conference game. Certainly still means a lot if the Eagles want to have NCAA tournament aspirations, but want to just get their footing back in their groove after falling last time out. And we say that because of the goal allowed in the final 90 seconds that made it 2-2. Buckowitz back for Pettit. Eagles back on the attack. Carly sends a right-footed ball in, headed away. Right back to her. She tried to pass into the middle. It got deflected into the corner. The Mountain Lions are able to possess. Kim, top of the box, navigating through. Gets clipped and a foul. Malia Kim was about to size up the game's first shot, but was clipped by a Mountain Lion defender on her second weave to the right. Good action from Kim. Nearly scored from there last time, and it was Emily Brenneman, the senior from Georgia, that clipped her. And so now Carson-Newman can line up a free kick just a couple of yards outside the box. Selena Yude, Alba Delgado, and Annika Fenn stand behind the ball from now. Yude has scored 5 times this year. No Felicia Frick. This would be her territory. Set pieces and penalty kicks is where she thrives, but out of the lineup. See who takes it for Carson-Newman in the 13th minute. Yude will take it, and it's right to the keeper, Jantz, who makes her first save. Productive wall, too. It seemed like that Yude had one decision, and that was to go to the right. And her shot went right to Jantz in the center part of goal. Game's first shot, 13th minute from Selena Yude on target. As the Eagles reset with Berna Kabachi defensively. Eagles also looking for a clean sheet, something this group has only done once in its last 5 games. That was a 5-0 win against Mars Hill 2 weeks ago. Bukowitz can't hold up the ball. It deflects to Deschamps in the middle. Delgado and Deschamps battling. It's Delgado winning, and possession is with Carson-Newman. Pettit boots it forward, and Yude will see it play out of bounds. Carson-Newman's 3 out-of-league wins entering this contest were against North Greenville, King, and Trevecca Nazarene in that order. Eagles fared really well, outscoring those 3 opponents 11-1. A couple of clean sheets were posted against King and Trevecca, the tail end of that 3-game winning streak in conference play. Trying to make it 4 against the Mountain Lions of Young Harris on this Wednesday afternoon. Ball played forward. It's Brenneman playing it back to the keeper. It was behind her, and it goes out of bounds for a corner kick. Emily Brenneman thought Jantz was closer toward goal. Jantz was coming out to pick it up or maybe control with her feet, and instead Brenneman played it out of bounds. Oh, poor miscommunication here. Remember, it's a substitute goalkeeper as well, and it leads to Carson-Newman's first corner kick. Short corner. Yude flicks it, top of the box. Gallagher volleys. It's headed away. Gallagher back after it, turns on a defender. Left-footed shot is blocked. Kim keeps it down, gives to Fenn. She'll fire a shot. It's hooking left, and it hits the post and goes in. Carson-Newman takes advantage, and Annika Fenn scores for the Eagles in the 16th minute. It's 1-0. Fenn's 4th career goal comes off a Young Harris mistake. They allow the corner, and the Eagles make them pay. Gallagher's shot was blocked, but Fenn right there off the assist from Malia Kim, and it's 1-0. Good stuff from Fenn. She's scored from that position several times, and Jantz just could not keep an eye on the ball as it navigated traffic defensively. Eagles up a goal on Fenn's 2nd of the year. Kabachi top of the box with pressures. The Mountain Lions try to press forward. Fend along the near side, putting together an all-conference caliber year, is the senior from Germany. This season, Fenn now has 2 goals and 5 assists. The reigning, or 2 weeks ago now, the SAC Defensive Player of the Week strikes again for the Eagles offensively. Corbett plays it back for Kabachi. Fend will boot it toward midfield. Yude heads it. Sprints after it, sees Buckowitz there. Gallagher's going to chip it behind the defense. Ude is sprinting after it. Collision with the Mountain Lion defender. Ude comes away with possession. Cross is behind everybody. Currently, Pettit can't keep it in along the sideline, and Young Harris escapes that sequence and will throw it in. Malia Kim credited with her first assist of the year, second of her career. Eagles come up with a takeaway. Powell's daughter, ground pass for Ude, missed touch, and Hershey lifts it into the air, into the middle of the pitch. Corbett, back forward for the Eagles. Kim, ground pass. Here's Annika Fend again, across into the middle. Buckowitz there, and she boots it wide right. Great development from Carson-Newman, and Buckowitz just misses wide right from the 6-yard box. Perfect ball from Fend. Buckowitz was tight toward goal. At a narrow angle there along the near side post. Comes up empty, and now Young Harris will boot it up the field. Hershey gets her first real touch of the ball and plays it back. Garber wins the first ball, headed back to her, and then headed out. Young Harris team picked 5th in the Conference Carolina's preseason poll. They are 3-2-2 in that league this season, a league that is made up of 3 different divisions. Very unique league schedule that Conference Carolinas has with 3 divisions. Ude, give and go with Kim, well executed as Ude crosses midfield into the middle. It goes for Buckowitz. Molly passed it behind Gallagher. And it's cleared to midfield. Foul on Carson-Newman.
Hey, come on. We're just a step off here. Come on.
Well, maybe it was a Young Harris foul. Both sides thought it was a Carson-Newman foul. Garber went straight behind and started sprinting back defensively, but the foul was on Young Harris. So Carson-Newman granted a free kick. With 25:45 to go. Ball goes right to Jance, and she'll collect. Jance's punt bounces once and is headed by Pettit, and then played out by Betsy Boo for an Eagles throw. 2 common opponents for Carson-Newman and Young Harris this season. They were both of Young Harris's first 2 games of the year. It defeated Mars Hill 4-0 to open the year, and then turned around and lost at Trevecca Nazarene. Those are 2 teams Carson-Newman beat. Eagles beat Trevecca here at McCowan Field on September 13th, 2-0. Mountain Lions lost 1-0 in Nashville. Bolin Stacy and Betsy Boo working along the far side. Ball is pinballing around, and now Kim collects it, trying to reverse field, and Hershey gets a possession. Bolin Stacy tried to give it back to Hershey. Area was clogged up, and Carson-Newman's back the other way. Megan Goldsby into the middle. Mountain Lions can't pass it in the attacking half. Kim gives it for Buckowitz. In the corner. Cross is deflected. And the Mountain Lions are forced to clear it out of play. McKenna Booth clears it out. Eagles will throw it in. Powell's daughter. Yu to Buckowitz. Molly shoots, and it goes wide right.
Better!
Good passing by Carson-Newman. It leads to another opportunity, but Buckowitz fires wide right, and Young Harris will line up a goal kick. Eagles have the 1-0 lead on Annika Fenn's second goal of the year. To lead 1-0, that was a 16th-minute goal scored by Fenn, her fourth of her career. Ball's going to be played back out of bounds. Another YHC throw or goal kick. So far in this one, Carson-Newman, well done there by Coach Duffy. Keeps it in play. So far in this one, the Eagles have 60% of possession. And it seems like most of that has been in Carson-Newman's attacking half so far. Has led to 4 shots and just nothing to show for Young Harris yet. Good sequence there, but Booth sees it flicked forward. This ball's going to bounce several times, and Jantz out to collect for the Mountain Lions as we work halfway through this opening half here in Jefferson City. Punt goes to Hershey, playing a through ball. Sonny Bolin-Stacy is onside. She sprints after it, one-on-one against Garber. Turns back toward the end line, back to the middle. Right-footed cross. Nobody there. Good job by Kabachi as well. Did not need to come field that. Waited to see where it would end up, and it ends up along the end line for a goal kick. Right idea here from Bolin-Stacy, but nobody there. Corbett, ground pass in the middle for Palsdottir. Palsdottir and Annika Fenn, two of Simon Duffy's more reliable pieces that he puts out there on a daily basis. Those two have played the most minutes on the team entering today, both well above 700 minutes in 9 games this year. Pass by Fenn deflected. Eagles under some pressure here, and Mountain Lions take it away. Hershey, a 2-on-1 opportunity. Eagles trailing the play. Hershey turns on one defender. Top of the box, ground pass, right side. Betsy Boo, nothing there. Mountain Lions still possess. They'll work it to the far side of the field. Boo, Deschamps, and finally the Eagles clear it away. Dangerous there, and Young Harris somehow did not get a shot on frame in that sequence, despite there being a 2-on-1 opportunity if executed correctly. Throw in for Pettit as the Eagles work back forward, leading 1-0. Throw into Palsdottir. Nobody pressures her as she dribbles in the middle. Delgado in her 3rd start of the year. Into the middle it goes for Buckowitz. Back to Palsdottir. Gallagher gives it to Delgado. Delgado stops, lines it up, instead passes off for Kim. Kim navigating into the box, shoots right at Jantz. Second save for Emily Jantz. The junior keeper keeps this match at a 1-0 tally. Good work by Malia Kim, who's been more offensive-minded this year. Both of her career goals are this season in her final go-around with the Eagles. Nearly had a 3rd. Eagles back on the attack. Pass intercepted. But once again, Carson-Newman keeping in the ball in the attacking half, and it will lead to another throw. Quick throw. Bounces just outside the box. Kim, ground pass, Palsdottir, one touch, and a right-footed shot sails high. Carson-Newman piles up the shots here so far at 6 of them now as Young Harris makes its first sub of the match. It's Palsdottir just a little high. Oslog Brathame into the game for the first time, and Betsy Boo exits. All played toward midfield. Udoff for Palsdottir, junior from Iceland. Tried a near side pass. Mount Lions intercept it and play it out. It was Goldsby. Delgado takes the throw in. Nearly a turnover. Hershey applying pressure and takes it away. Hershey taken down by Gerber, a foul. Just the second by Carson-Newman, and Mount Lions will set up a free kick right at the midline. Fans still rolling in here at McCowan Field on what is a very nice October Wednesday. 72 degrees and the sun is shining on McCowan Field for what is Carson-Newman's final regular season non-conference affair. Right-footed ball toward the top of the box. Deflects around. Bolin Stacy fell down in the box, and there was an offside somewhere in that mix from Stephen Cullen, the far side official. Second time the Mountain Lions have been offsides in this opening half. Corbett clears. Deschamps down behind the play, and play is stopped. Clock will stop with 16:38 for an injured Mountain Lion. Candice Deschamps is the injured Mountain Lion, a sophomore from France, making her 11th appearance with the Mountain Lions, has a couple assists this year. Seems to be okay, is trying to walk it off. Carson-Newman yet to make any subs. Rare to see from a Simon Duffy team. He loves to rotate, but is without Krista Nielsen and Felicia Frick today, so two players that usually see time on the field are not in the lineup and out for this game, so that may affect some changes. But this is a group that's well rested, has not played in 1 week. Mountain Lions take it away. Bolin Stacy in the middle trying to flip field. Will cross it in. Hershey behind the defense. Third time the flag goes up for offsides. Delgado. Bukowitz trying to give it back to Fend in the corner. And it will roll out for a Young Harris throw. Goldsby takes the throw. Eagles take it back. Young Harris has had minimal opportunities here in the first 30 minutes of this game. No shots on frame. They have possessed it for a little bit of time in the attacking third, but nothing has led to an opportunity to level this match. And Annika Fenn's 16th minute goal, the difference at the moment. A right-footed shot from the right side of the attacking third to make it 1-0. Both teams will substitute here. Carson-Newman's bringing in Alicia Teske and Sifa Morgan, while Young Harris brings on Sierra Moore and Aaliyah Lowe. Clock continues to wind. We're 2/3 of the way through this opening half, and the Eagles are in front 1-0. Ball into the box. Garber back flicks it away from the box. Corbett will reverse field for Fenn near side. Kabachi clears it. Gutierrez tried to reverse field, and there was nobody available from her team to field it. Eagles come up with it and will reset with Kabachi, who's not been tested in this opening half. Low applying pressure and now forces a clearance near midfield. Header won by Brenneman. Carson-Newman comes down with the ball. Pettit, dangerous ball in the middle of the pitch. Garber there. Carson-Newman's spacing is on display here. They've been able to pass it at length in this half. Kim in the middle. Gives for Delgado. Delgado around a defender. Left-footed pass to Teskey along the far side. Eagles keep it forward. Teskey, a ball into the box, headed away. Ends back to the feet of Pettit. Carley looks into the box, instead gives it off for Gallagher. Gallagher lifts it. Right side, headed away by Goldsby. Delgado flicks it to herself. Trying to get around another defender. Taken down, no whistle. And Young Harris comes away. Delgado, furious, thought she was fouled by Megan Goldsby. Instead, it leads to nearly a Young Harris counter, and they'll throw it in the attacking half. Get another look at this tackle attempt. Didn't really get any of the ball, maybe a little bit of it. Definitely could have been whistled potentially there. Kennedy Blake in for Young Harris. Along with Elin Erickson for the Mountain Lions here in the final part of this opening half. Corbett under pressure. Gives to Gallagher, and Mountain Lions will force this one out of play. Young Harris somewhat settling into this game. They've applied a lot more pressure and have not allowed Carson-Newman to be as passive with possession as this half has grew on. This ball floats over Corbett. Headed on. A chance here for the Mountain Lions into the box. Shot wide right from Aslaug Brathim, the freshman from Norway off their bench. Nearly had an equalizing goal. Garber even fell down in the mix there, but the angle was just not right for Brathim along that near post. First shot misses target for Young Harris in this match. Gallagher pressured. Carson-Newman leads this all-time series 5-2-1, just 8 meetings. This being the 4th in the last 5 seasons. These two clubs did not meet last year, but met in each of the prior 3 years, 2021, 2, and 23. This ball rolls to Jantz. Carson-Newman and Young Harris played to a 3-3 tie in Young Harris, Georgia on September 6th of the 23 season. That was the last time these two sides have met. Carson-Newman has won every trip that Young Harris has made to Jefferson City. 4-0, and has had great success, only allowing 1 goal by Young Harris in 4 all-time meetings here. Ellie Leander and Irish Miles are set to come in for the first time for Carson-Newman, and Young Harris will bring in Giselle Rosa, midfielder from Georgia, and Decula High School. Throw in along the far side for the Mountain Lions, right to Carson-Newman and Pal's daughter. Othier had her pass deflected. Teskey in a battle along the sideline. Watches it go out. Talked about scoring in the open, but Carson-Newman has done that once again here in this one. As Prothene plays into the middle. Chance here, one-on-one. Miles sees a shot saved. Fend has to clear on an attempt from Sierra Moore in the 6-yard box. It ends up out of bounds for an Eagles throw, and second time that Carson-Newman has allowed an opportunity along that right-hand side. Miles did enough to affect that Moore shot, the second of the game for the Mountain Lions. Miles clears forward. Chasing after it is Alicia Teskey in a foot race, and we'll see it get deflected out. Eagles have scored the game's only goals so far, and this season when scoring first, they are 5-0-1. And all-time under head coach Simon Duffy, 55-5-7. And Harris bringing in a sub. Charlotte Brown, a midfielder from Beaverton, Oregon, will sprint onto the field. Is this a throw-in or a corner? It's a goal kick. Chance will line up this goal kick for a young Harris squad trying to get back into the win column. Leander double-teamed. Fend will play it back for Kabachi. Moore chasing after it and sees Kabachi cleared away. Header by Blake, out of bounds. Miles will throw it in. Figure in a game like this, that second goal, as Delgado is fouled by Elin Eriksson, sophomore from Sweden. Figure that second goal is going to be massive for Carson-Newman at some point, if it is able to get it. They haven't won a game by scoring just once in 3 years. Ball to the back post from Fend. Sifa Morgan chasing after it. Flicks it high into the air. It bounces out of bounds. Goal kick, YHC. Second goal could be very important for the Eagles as well, and it's proved to be in Duffy's tenure. His team's 75-2-6 when scoring multiple times. In his 9 seasons, that does count this year's results, and all 5 of CN's wins have featured multi-goal efforts. Interestingly enough, too, in all 5 wins, Molly Bukowitz has scored. She has been so good this year. 6 times she has found the back of the net. Off the field right now is the graduate student from Beaver Creek, Ohio. But certainly her play potentially in the second half could be important for CN to try to hold off a stingy young Harris squad that has battled in this first half to keep this a 1-0 game. On action along the far side, Moore trying to hold it up, but Palsdottir plays it back for Fend. Look at all the gray jerseys sprinting after Kabachi, who just has to clear it toward midfield. Ball behind Goolsby, and now Teskey turning. Goes into the middle for Malia Kim. Kim for Morgan. Morgan goes far side for Pettit. 5 to play in the half. Pettit, left-footed cross to the near side where Jantz collects. Fend fouled. 6th foul on young Harris in this opening frame, and Carson-Newman will control things and take a free kick in the center circle. Fend sends it in for Carson-Newman. Right to Teskey, headed away. And I think the flag was up. Yep, offsides. Good passing from Carson-Newman. Delgado to Kim. As the Eagles progress past midfield. Hooking ball finds the feet of Teske. Teske into the box, plays it back out. Cross by Miles into the center of the box. Headed up into the air by a Mountain Lion defender. No. It's a goal kick. Wow. I thought that was headed out by a Young Harris defensive player, but Patrick Lama along the near side also had a flag up for a goal kick. Maybe offsides, actually. The ball is just in front of the spot there. Takeaway here off the free kick. Teske into the box. Right-footed shot. Given no chance, it misses off to the right. So it was a foul potentially on that cross, not headed away. And for a goal kick, there was a foul that was issued there as to why Young Harris had possession in the free kick. Gallagher takes it away. Not enough on the pass for Teske, and the Mountain Lions control. Goalsby clears, but right to Kim. Mountain Lions have done a good job pressing forward, not making these passes for Carson-Newman easy. Trying to pounce on a mistake potentially at some point in this match. Can the Eagles take advantage on the other side and pass their way through this pressure and find the open space behind that pressure from the attacking Young Harris players? Morgan heads it forward. The freshman Ellie Leander on the ball. Gives off to Morgan. Into the middle for Gallagher. Final 2 minutes of the half. Teske, one touch. Malia Kim will take a touch. Shoot from distance. It goes into the upper left corner. And Carson-Newman extends its lead. Kim goes upper 90. It deflected off Jantz, but too much juice on the right foot of Malia Kim. And the Eagles strike late in the opening half. It's 2-0. We talked about Kim in the open, and she delivers for the second straight game. A right-footed strike to the upper left part of the goal, and Jantz unable to make a save. Gave a great effort on this shot, but it misses her hand, just deflecting off of it, and Carson-Newman extends its lead to 2-0. .100 seconds to play in the half, and Carson-Newman will try to close this thing out with a 2-0 lead. Ellie Leander is given the assist to set up Kim for that opportunity. Leander now has 4 assists in her freshman year. That is a big goal for Carson-Newman. It seemed like momentum may have been shifting to Young Harris, who had attempted 2 of the last 4 shots in the match. And applying a lot of pressure, as they are here for more, but Carson-Newman pays it off with Kim's 3rd career goal and 2nd goal in the last 2 games. Delgado flips field, intercepted and well defended by McKenna Booth, the junior from Kennesaw, Georgia. Stays forward as the Mountain Lions try to press on. Passing sequence not there, but taken away by Aaliyah Lowe. Giveaway, though. Leander off and running. Gives it off to Sifa Morgan. Morgan in a foot race. Collided with Mackenzie Took. And the ball rolls to Jantz, who has allowed 2 goals in this match. And just her 3rd career start in goal. And allowed just 1 goal in 3 appearances this year and has surrendered 2 here in the opening half against Carson-Newman. Final seconds are rolling off the first half clock. A late throw-in will bring the first 45 minutes to a close. Good work from Carson-Newman. It's had a week off since being stunned by Emery and Henry in the final 90 seconds, and Simon Duffy's crew has responded quite well. Annika Fenn, Malia Kim each have goals for Carson-Newman. Kim has assisted 1 as well, and Leander assists Kim's goal. late in the half, a 44th minute goal, and Carson-Newman leads 2-0 at the break against Young Harris. The Mountain Lions trail 2-0 at the break. Leading at halftime for Carson-Newman's a good sign. They have not lost this year when leading at the break, and they've only lost once under Simon Duffy. 2-0 Eagles will break for halftime and bring a second half coverage after this on the Eagles Sports Network. All right, Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to McCowan Field, where Carson-Newman is in control at intermission against Young Harris in what is CN's final non-conference match of the 2025 season. Eagles scored twice, 29 minutes apart in the opening 45 to lead 2-0. Second goal of the year for Annika Fend, and third of the year for Malia Kim came 29 minutes apart in the 16th and 44th minute to have the Eagles in front by 2 goals. As we take a look at some halftime numbers, the Eagles +6 in the shots department, +3 in shots on goal. A couple of saves made by Emily Jantz, the Young Harris keeper, and the fouls are one-sided so far, 5-2. Young Harris certainly, Carson-Newman pleased with its offensive output. You take 4 shots on frame, you make 2 of them, and you've scored twice on your 8 shots. Those are good percentages. And Carson-Newman will try to replicate that in half number 2. Some housekeeping notes. It was not Ellie Leander with the assist on that second goal. It was Alicia Teskey, the senior from Augusta, Georgia. She is the one that assists Kim's 3rd goal of the season. And second straight game for Kim with a goal. So Teskey gets her first career assist. And so the Eagles will kick off here in half number 2, leading 2-0. Again, they've only lost 1 time under Coach Duffy when scoring multiple times and leading at halftime. See how things unfold in this second half of play between the Eagles and the Mountain Lions in the 9th all-time meeting. Fend and Palsdottir work along the far side for Carson-Newman, moving right to left. Mountain Lions in gray, left to right in half number 2. Kenzie Toole goes near side for Lauren Gauthier. Played it upfield, and Pettit plays it back forward for Carson-Newman. Ellie Leander played the end of the first half, starts the second half. Good passing. Deschamps goes middle. Cut off was Bolin Stacy, and the Eagles trying to work the other way. Eude, left-footed ball over the head of the defender. Bukowitz nearing the box, chasing after it, but won't get there before Mackenzie Took plays it out across the end line, and Carson-Newman will line up its second corner. Eagles did not score directly off their corner kick earlier in this match, but the corner kick set up possession in the attacking third and led to Annika Fenn's goal. See what happens in this sequence as Eude sends it toward the back post. It bounces through the box, and Fenn will watch this roll out of bounds for a throw. Throwing goes up the field. Eagles headed out. Young Harris was shut out last time out by a good Francis Marion team, 1-0 on Saturday, but a group that has the capability to score a bunch of goals. Scored 5 times against Emmanuel 1 week ago at home. Scored 5 times on September 20th against Chowan, a 5-2 win on Youth Day for the Mountain Lions, and scored 4 times in the season opener. So in 3 of their 10 games, they have scored 14 of their 19 goals. But in other games, it's been a struggle. Pass forward deflected. Brenneman goes back to the near side. Eude. Tackle on Gauthier. Those two battling along the near side, and a foul on the Mountain Lions. Eagles will set up a free kick just shy of midfield. In all of Young Harris's losses, they have been shut out this year. Now, most of the time when you're shut out, you're probably going to lose unless your defense puts up a 0. Buckowitz around a defender. The graduate student into the box. Gothier with a good tackle. She gets back to her feet. Buckowitz takes it away, but it deflects out to Yude, and she skies it onto the concourse of Berktar Stadium and over top of goal. First shot after halftime for Carson-Newman is too high from Yude. Good defending here, and it got a little interesting as Buckowitz was trying to take it away. Eventually did, but the deflected ball went out to Yude and missed high. Eagles possess the goal kick. Taken away again by Gutierrez. Nothing there, says the official. And Palsdottir will control for Carson-Newman with Corbett leaving it off for Kabachi. A lot of this pressure, and it pays off with a takeaway. Moore back into the box, and Bolin is taken off her line by Delgado, out of bounds, and YHC will get its first corner kick early in half number 2. All set up by the initial takeaway. Now Mackenzie Took will line up this corner. Right-footed ball into the box, back post. Young Harris pleading for a corner again, but the official has a Carson-Newman goal kick. Eagles escape that corner kick, no threat on goal. Trying to maintain a shutout and secure the team's 4th of the year. Fenda Delgado. Kabachi lifts it high into the air. Bounces once. Second ball is battled for. Brathim pressuring. No. Does a give and go in the corner. Working into the shaded part of the corner. Corbett defending. E&H scored a goal against Carson-Newman in this same corner. That was the equalizer with 90 seconds left 1 week ago. Eagles work it out there, and then Yude was held by her jersey. Much better defending in that corner. No crosses were allowed. Eagles made it difficult to pass as well, and now we'll try to work back to their attacking half with 6 minutes gone by in half number 2. Palsdottir to Malia Kim, who has scored or assisted on both of Carson-Newman's goals. Buckowitz has a team-high 6. Back to Kim. Ball into the middle of the field. Gallagher to you behind the defense. Selena's shot, near side, save by Jantz. Good work there. You'd stayed onside on the delivery from the senior Audrey Gallagher. And forces Jantz into her 3rd save of the match. Takeaway, Bolin Stacy. Leaves it off left side. A shot at Kabachi, a ground shot. No threat. Does force her to dive to her left. And the opportunity saved. Kabachi's got her 2nd of the match. It was Scarlett Hershey that nearly brought Young Harris within a goal after the Bolin Stacy takeaway to set up that chance. Carson-Newman's been a little sloppy defensively, passing the ball here to start this second half. And as a result, Young Harris has nearly pounced on a couple of opportunities, one that led to a corner and the other that led to the Mountain Lions' first shot after halftime. Eagles lining up another throw. Good defending by Powell's daughter. Wins possession for Carson-Newman. The senior Gallagher into the middle of the field for Kim. Far side fend. Buckowitz touches it off for Kim. Back to Buckowitz at the top of the box. Pass was not totally in line, and now the Mountain Lions working back up the field. Hershey ground pass with Bull and Stacy running after it, but the flag is up from the near side official for offside. 9 minutes into half number 2. These two sides each have at least one shot in the early parts of this second half after it took 13 minutes of game action for a shot. Another takeaway. Bratheme just outside the box. Nothing there. Tried to turn right on Corbett, who took it away cleanly. Now the Eagles try to go the other way. Good one-on-one defending from the senior Corbett. Good replay there shows she got the ball. Now the Eagles working forward. Gallagher pitching it forward. Leander after it. Will keep it in play along the end line. But it ends up with Guthier. And there's a whistle from Wilmer Soriano, our head official. And there's a foul, I think, on Carson-Newman's Leander chasing after it. McKenzie took, boots it forward. Delgado wins the initial ball. Buckowitz can't keep it in, and Carson-Newman will see Young Harris take a quick throw. Ball goes back out of bounds. Nearly a turnover. Goes between Yude. Pressure on Rosa. One of the reserves on the pitch, and boots it off Garber. Or rather, Gallagher along the far side. Another throw in. Yude, ground pass into the middle. Buckowitz. Left-footed ball for Kim sprinting on. Malia Kim in a one-on-one will be well defended that time by McKenzie Took and force the Eagles to throw it in. Pettit, long throw toward the box. Mountain Lions defended well initially. Deschamps down with it. Dancing in the middle of the field. Boots it forward to Hershey. Conference Carolina's freshman of the month playing it on. Nobody making a run, a late run from Stacy Boland to force Kabachi to clear. Ball headed on. The flag stays down. Kabachi forced to leap to her right and make a save. Not for sure the attacker, Sonny Boland Stacy, was offside. She even kind of just jogged to the ball. Thought for sure that Patrick Yama along this near side was going to hold up his flag for offsides. That nearly was a goal to bring this match to a one-goal deficit for the Mountain Lions. But Kabachi with an excellent save, her third of the match. More pressure from the Mountain Lions as Carson-Newman possesses defensively. Ground pass up the far side. Buckowitz in a full sprint. Won't get there before Took forces it out. Another look at it. Great attempt from Boland Stacy, but a better save by Kabachi, leaping to her right to make her third save of the match and her 37th of the year. Ground pass back into the middle. Delgado to Gallagher. Andre Gallagher, ground pass. Kim, top of the box. Pressured by multiple gray jerseys. Forced back out to fend. Kim around a defender. Deschamps boots it into the box. It deflects once. Buckowitz taken down, and it's cleared. Corbett sails one forward. One may figure that possession might be flipping in Young Harris's way. It was all Carson-Newman. They had 60% of it at intermission, but Young Harris has done a little better job possessing, and it's created some chances. They've already doubled their shots from the opening half here in the first 14 minutes of the second half. It's Carson-Newman ball as it moves right to left. This ball behind Buckowitz, tracked down by Giselle Rosa, a freshman, but given back to the Eagles. Buckowitz turns the corner, cross into the box, and it's the keeper, Jan, stepping in front of Leander. Or rather, Yude was the intended target on the Buckowitz cross. Header won by Corbett. Hershey tried a through ball, got deflected. And Delgado can control for Carson-Newman. This is a midfield without Felicia Frick today, but has looked sharp with Delgado making her third start. Certainly Malia Kim and Andre Gallagher's presence have been felt as well. Gallagher the one playing it on for Buckowitz in the corner. Cross in, Yude a touch. Sent back toward Gallagher. A move to her left. At the top of the box, fires a shot. She was tackled at the same time, so it was a slow shot toward Jantz. Off target. Took plays it forward. Valsdottir sails it to the sideline. Fenn will keep it in. Two 2-0 Carson-Newman here on the Eagles Sports Network. If you're just joining us, a 16th minute goal for Annika Fenn and a 44th minute goal for Malia Kim. Adding to their totals this season, have Carson-Newman ahead by 2 goals. An important mark for this Eagles squad as Carson-Newman and Young Harris will both make subs. Alicia Teske back onto the field for Carson-Newman, as is Charlotte Brown for Young Harris. And Carson-Newman a little shorthanded today. Anita Harnedottir has been banged up this year, has not played since early September. Krista Nielsen and Felicia Frick not in uniform tonight either, so a shorter bench than usual for Simon Duffy to use, but he's still rotated players in and out of the lineup. He's played 15 different players in this game. Gutierrez sees a ball go into the box. Corbett wins the header. Pettit able to clear it toward midfield for Teske. Pass to Yude. Selena switches into the middle. Gallagher crossing midfield. Gallagher cut off by Rosa. Nice ball by Delgado forward for Teske, lining up across. It's a high ball into the air, and Jantz will collect off a bounce. Gallagher ground pass for Fenn. Good pressure by Deschamps, but Fenn fights through it. The senior playing it on for Teske. Right there to boot it away is Brenneman. It's been a good response for Carson-Newman after that 2-2 tie last Wednesday. Only thing that'll close out this effort that has been strong so far is maintaining this clean sheet in the final 26-plus minutes. Kim off for Yude. Yude back to Kim. Pettit goes one more. Near the sideline is Buckowitz in the shaded area. She'll cross the ball into the box. Teskey couldn't control, and Gutierrez clears. Good deflection by Corbett, who's played very well defensively for the Eagles in her return to the starting 11. Keeps the ball out of Young Harris's attacking half. Brown's clearance goes right to Delgado. Pass for Kim, trying to give and go. It was not there. Deschamps broke it up. Bad touch. Fenn comes up with it, and it's deflected out. 25.5 to play in the second half. Final non-conference game for both of these two teams. Carson-Newman is unbeaten against Conference Carolina schools this year, defeating North Greenville and King earlier this year. And a win for the Eagles could be 4 straight in non-conference play. It would be the first time in 8 years, since just the second time as well, under head coach Simon Duffy, his club, where clubs have won 4 or more games consecutively against out-of-league opponents. Foul on the Mountain Lions, and Carson-Newman will set up a free kick. Fend has 5 assists this year. She'll take it. Lifts it high into the box. 3 white jerseys there. It deflects around. Out to Rosa, and she'll clear it back to Fend where it came from. Fend going to line it up. Second chance opportunity. Brown wins the header, and Gutierrez clears it to the sideline for a throw. Eagles going back to the bench here. Irish Miles will come onto the field, and Young Harris will bring Betsy Boo back into the game. Throw in played out by Carson-Newman. Eagles on a 3-match unbeaten streak. Holding this score would result in a 4th consecutive unbeaten game for the Eagles. 3 wins and a tie it would be during this stretch. Buckowitz navigating into the box. Betsy Boo pressuring. Miles will cross it near side. It's cleared out of the box, right to Buckowitz. She steps up, fires a shot, upper corner of the box, and Buckowitz buries it. The 7th of the year for the grad student, and Carson-Newman leads 3-0. Buckowitz goes top shelf for her 7th of the year. That one came from distance, and it was nearly deflected by Charlotte Brown. Buckowitz was in the right place off the initial clearance and just rocketed a ball off the top of the crossbar to make it 3-0 Eagles. Sifa Morgan onto the pitch for Carson-Newman, I think took the place of Buckowitz. After the goal scored by the grad student, who now has 7 for the year, entered the year with just 2 career goals. Those were last season. And now Molly has 7 for the year and 9 for her career. Delgado chipping one forward. Teskey after it. Able to win possession. Gets around one defender trying to cross, and it's deflected out. No, it is not. Teskey played it out. Goal kick, Young Harris, and they are subbing as well. Aaliyah Lowe and Chloe Banco are coming back to the field. More than halfway now through the second half. The Eagles have a 3-goal advantage. Young Harris wins possession, tried to boot it forward. Betsy Boo is after it, but Kabachi will pick it up in the box. Eagles have their most goals in a game since scoring 5 times against Mars Hill exactly 2 weeks ago. And a strong scoring effort for CN. Done efficiently as well. 3 of their 6 shots have hit the target, or have gone in the back of the net that have hit the target, while 3 of their 12 total shots have found the back of the net as well. 25% clip. And total shots have scored, and 50% of them have scored that have gone on goal. Quality of efficient shooting marks for Simon Duffy's crew. In the final non-conference game, trying to cruise to a 4th straight win in out-of-league games. Kim flips the field. Miles for Corbett. Fend across midfield. Gallagher for Kim. Miles, right-footed ball into the center. Sifa Morgan tried to control. Eventually dribbles away from a defender. Into the near corner, left-footed cross back post. A collision, and Teskey knocked over a Young Harris defensive player. That was McKenna Booth. On the back post, great ball from Morgan. Teskey was just late getting there. Corbett will let Kabachi take care of that ball. Teskey and Yude kind of cross toes there. Sees the Eagles give it away. Betsy Boo chipping it on. Flag is up. Aaliyah Lowe making a run, but the Eagles' defensive line was pressed forward and Lowe was behind the defense. 6th time that Young Harris has been offside. Group with just 4 shots so far. More subs both ways. Elena Corbett will exit for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles are going to bring in Inga Sigurdardottir, a freshman, will make her 2nd appearance of the year. It's acceptable, Coach Duffy says, to call her Inga. Played a few minutes late against King, gets her first action here at McCowan Field. Takes the place of Corbett, who's, again, coming off an injury, and so the Eagles do not want to risk more of that. Have a 3-goal lead. We'll try to hold on to that. Quick throw in taken. Sierra Moore working forward for the Mountain Lions. Shot at Kabachi near side, and a save made. Good threat by the Mountain Lions. Sonny Bolin, or check that, Sierra Moore it was, making that run along the near side to force Kabachi into her 4th save, and the Mountain Lions will get a 2nd corner kick here in this match. Betsy Boo takes the corner. Back post. Couldn't tell if Kabachi got a hand on that or not. Does go, and she did. It does go across the sideline for a Young Harris throw. Just barely clipped it. Didn't really need to. There was nobody in that area for the Mountain Lions. Fenn clears forward. Good pressure by Sifa Morgan to take it away. Morgan sprinting forward in the attacking half. Ground pass forward, the defender falls. Selena Yude, top of the box. Mountain Lions rally defensively. Clean tackle, and Brown comes in to clear it away. Kim for Gallagher, back to Malia Kim. Taking off the ball, and the Mountain Lions will try to go back the other way. Good sequence there with Morgan and Yude, but Harris's defense strong, returning to form. Foul on Carson-Newman's Morgan. Extra aggressiveness trying to maintain possession. That may end up in our blooper reel down the road. It's hard to backpedal. That was Charlotte Brown struggling to sprint back on defense. Didn't hurt her team, though. 3-0 game, final 16 minutes here from Jefferson City. Andrew Rogers glad to bring you all the action for what is Carson-Newman's fifth home game of the year. They'll have 3 left. They're all league games. LR, Anderson, Tusculum, the 3 home games that will come October 18th, November 1st, and November 5th. At no point this year do the Eagles play consecutive home games on Wednesday, Saturday. They'll have a Saturday-Wednesday home stretch. That's the Tusculum-Anderson series to end the regular season. But at no point will they ever go Wednesday, Saturday with home games. Ball goes across the end line. Eagles will shift over for a goal kick. And this is just the 3rd weekday home game for CN, 3 of 4. Overall for Carson-Newman, it has played 4 matches on Wednesdays. They are 2-1-1 this year. Only loss was against 11th ranked Kitaba on the 17th of September. Eagles on the move. Miles playing it forward. Morgan just outside the box. 2 defenders there. Gives it off for Miles. Miles 1 touch. Ball in. Teskey a touch. Kim back to Teskey. Splits 2. Alicia Teskey shoots from distance and chips it high. Teskey has a goal this year. Nearly had a second. Carson-Newman's shifting the formation with Garber coming in and Yude going out. So that's a defender for a forward with 14 to play. Eagles will shift Palsdottir forward. And Garber back in as a center back down the stretch here. Miles plays it out. Eagles back on the ball. Inga working across midfield. Good dribbling ability. Goes near side with a pass to Morgan. Palsdottir for Gallagher. Audrey Gallagher, a transfer, playing in her 4th game with Carson-Newman. Pass off for Palsdottir. Back to the far side for Inga. Good move to the inside for Inga. Left-footed cross, deflected toward the top of the box, and cleared toward midfield where it's possessed by Sierra Moore for just a second before Fenn and the Eagles take it back. See maybe the Mountain Lions running out of gas a little bit. They have pressured Carson-Newman's passing well, but ultimately has not just been able to pass it well enough consistently to create many opportunities. Most of the opportunities have been off maybe a CN mistake or a counterattack. But they have been efficient with their chances. 4 of their 5 opportunities against Kabachi have been on goal, but saved by the junior keeper, who will pick up the ball here. Possession still relatively where it was at halftime. It was at 60% for Carson-Newman then. It's just a tick under that 59% as we wind down this match. Miles crosses into the middle of the penalty area. Morgan heads it to herself. Left-footed shot, wide right. Sifa Morgan nearly had her first career goal off a nifty header to create space for herself in the penalty area, but misses wide right. Good pressure by Morgan, just took it right away, but just missed wide right of the opposite post. Three 0 is the score. Carson-Newman is going to try to cruise to a 6th win this year, and all 6 wins will have been when this team has scored at least 2 goals. Rosa plays it far side. Brown will kick it off Teskey for a Mountain Lions throw. Delgado tried to turn, taken off the ball by Erickson. And they play it back for Charlotte Brown at the SAC logo. Inga steps in front of the ball and plays it out. Non-league game for Carson-Newman, trying to close out the non-conference slate with a 4th win, a 4th straight win. Finished the slate 4-1. Good run here, but the flag is up again. Offside. That's the 7th time. In terms of conference play, here's where Carson-Newman stands. It is tied for 4th with Tusculum. The kicker there is that the Pioneers have played 1 less game than Carson-Newman, so Pioneers have a chance this week to go up in the win column and secure at least 1 point to gain total control of 4th place, and that's where the tier breaks up. There's 2 tiers in the SAC standings, 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. 1 through 4 gets an opening round game. 5 through 8 qualifies for the postseason. 9 through 11 will only play regular season games. Into the corner, Miles. Cross is going to go to the near post where Jantz falls down to control. Or check that, Clara Williams is the keeper and has been for the last 7 minutes, getting her first test. Williams had started much of this season, but had seen Jantz make starts in the last 8. Foul by Garber along the end line for what will be a Young Harris corner kick. It's Hershey that was tackled, or rather low. Will not be a corner. It is a foul, so it will serve as a corner, just a closer corner kick here. The ball just touching the end line. Betsy Boo will take it against a 2-man wall for Carson-Newman. High hooking ball, back post. And Miles watches it go out of bounds. Young Harris is subbing, so the clock will continue to wind. Maggie Venna, a sophomore midfielder, will sprint into the field and get her first action of the contest and 7th appearance of the year for her. Eagles 2-2-1 in conference play. 2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. That was last time out. And as you compare the schedule left against how the opponents fare in sack games, or in the sack standings, Young Harris will throw it in. LR is currently in first place as of this moment with a 4-1 record, 12 points. The Eagles have the Bears. That's the next home game. Clock will stop here for a Young Harris free kick. That Goldsby will take. Foul on Miles there, a late shove on Mountain Lions player. Goldsby ball in, chipped back into the box. Fend is after it and has to clear it away. Carson-Newman still plays LR. Anderson's in third place. That's a home game. Tusculum, as we mentioned, tied with Carson-Newman in the league standings. Those 3 home games are against top 5 teams. Look at Sifa Morgan sprinting forward. It's a 2-on-1. Morgan in a foot race. Defended well. Morgan still with it. Tried to find Teskey. Teskey takes it away. Top of the box. Shot blocked. It ends back up with Palsdottir. Six and a half to play. Delgado dribbling in the middle of the field. Excellent one-on-one defending to end that Sifa Morgan chance after Young Harris was threatening forward. Betsy Boo pressures Fend. Gallagher gives it back. Eagles content with trying to maintain possession before Kabachi swings it forward. It bounces high into the air. Morgan heads it to herself, but can't sprint after it. And Williams will punt. They've got 3 home games against the top 5 teams in the league left on the schedule. 6th place Wingate is 2-2. Eagles will go to Wingate in late October. Next opponent for Carson-Newman is Lincoln Memorial. And based on the league standings and records, that is Carson-Newman's easiest opponent on paper left on the slate. It's going to be a brutal stretch to end the year for Carson-Newman, but a great opportunity that if it controls its business, could host a quarterfinal game. Miles sprinting forward in the final 5 minutes. Cross, opposite side of the box. Teskey, a touch, right-footed shot, bottom left corner, it goes wide left. Some excellent chances continue to go wide for Carson-Newman, who's making a trio of subs to close the game. Ude, Pettit, Bukowitz all back to the field for CN with the clock stopped and 4:53 to play. Every point is valuable in conference play. Certainly this one will not have any effect on conference standings for either side. Good header here, but Fend able to track it down and just lift it high into the air and out of play. But this is a good building block, and some momentum continues to be built for this Eagles group. That will be on a 4-match unbeaten streak. Far side, it goes out of play. Aaliyah Lowe was the one defending Morgan just a little bit ago in a one-on-one, and sees it played out there. Four to play with the Eagles ahead 3-0. 2 first-half goals and a second-half Molly Bukowitz goal. As Carson-Newman up by 3, trying to add more. Bukowitz, the grad student, leaving it off for Morgan in the box. She was cut off and defended well, forced out of bounds for an Eagles corner. It'll be the 3rd of the match. Clock will stop again as Elena Corbett will come onto the field, and Fend will get a rest. So Fend and Palsdottir off the field for Carson-Newman. Rarely do you see those two leave with a comfortable 3-0 lead. Simon Duffy's content with taking off Fend for the first time in 3 games. Ude takes the corner, high hooking ball, back post. Morgan there, but deflected it out. Pretty good ball here from Ude. Morgan read it pretty well along the back post, but the angle wasn't there. Annika Fend has scored. Hers was in the 16th minute for Carson-Newman to find the back of the net for the 2nd time this year. She now has 9 points for the year. Kim assisted that goal and then later scored in the 44th minute to make it 2-0 Eagles at intermission. Alicia Teskey recorded her first career assist on that goal. And then in the 67th minute of this half, Molly Buckowitz struck for the 7th time on a right-footed shot to the upper part of goal to make it 3-0. That's been all the scoring in this one. Young Harris has compiled 5 shots, but none have found the back of the net. And the 4 that have been shot on target have seen Berna Kabachi make saves on, and she is en route to another clean sheet. Gallagher stumbles. Buckowitz back on the ball, but sees it cleared away. Inga at the center circle. Teskey chipping it forward. Selena Ude after it. The senior Ude into the box. Crosses it to the top of it. Morgan touches it down. Try to get around a defender who falls. Morgan out to Gallagher. Pettit turns. Carly Pettit from distance goes upper part of goal, and it hits the crossbar and high and out of play. Pettit scored last year against King from that same spot. This time just comes up empty, a little high. Just barely on a long distance shot. Eagles bring Ellie Leander back onto the field for the final 100 seconds. The Eagles ahead 3-0. They will stay pretty dominant when leading at the break. They'll be 5-0 when leading at halftime this year. 39-1-3 all-time under Duffy when leading at the break. Ball out of bounds in the corner, 60 seconds to play, or rather 70 seconds to play. Eagles will stay unbeaten when scoring first. It'll be the 7th time this year they have scored the first goal of a game. And of course, that mark of scoring multiple times will extend to 76-2-6. Inga in the corner with Ude. Ude taken down. A lot of stumbling in the corner. Ball crossed in. It's loose in the box. Ellie Leander's there. So is Pettit, but somehow Clara Williams falls on it. Nearly a 4th one here in the final seconds. Good defending to cut off the counter. Not sure how Carson-Newman could not find a way to get that ball in the net. When Williams back into the play to keep another goal out of the net. Ten seconds on the clock. Carson-Newman's throwing it in to bring this game to a conclusion. Sifa Morgan after it. She's making a late run. Is taken down. No call. And that's how things wrap up here in Jefferson City. Carson-Newman wins its 6th game of the 2025 season and scores multiple times for the 6th time as well this year. 3 different goal scorers and 3 different players as well assist for Carson-Newman in this 3-0 win over Trevecca, or over Young Harris on this Wednesday evening. Carson-Newman now has won 4 consecutive games in non-conference play, the longest streak since 2017. It all started with Malia Kim and Annika Fend in the first half. Kim's goal made it 2-0 Eagles at the break. A perfectly right-footed shot from Kim in the 44th minute. Fens is what got things started Off a corner kick, Carson-Newman possessed, and Fenn just rolled one through the penalty area to make it 2-0. And then once again off a corner kick, Molly Buckowitz in the right spot at the right time. Strikes from outside the box. And Buckowitz has 7 goals this season of her 9 career goals as well. Molly has been spectacular, one of the best goal scorers in the region and in the conference. Strikes again. And what is Carson-Newman's 6th win of 2025 and 4th straight in non-conference play. Carson-Newman back on the field on Wednesday, next Wednesday, a trip to Harrogate for this group to take on Lincoln Memorial. They're back at home to take on a potentially ranked Lenore-Rhine team. The Bears are number 1 in the South Atlantic Conference and might still be number 1 in the league when we talk to you 10 days from now. Once again, it's Carson-Newman 3, Young Harris nothing. This has been a presentation of Carson-Newman Athletics on the Eagles Sports Network.